interviewed the Chinese press last week, and they said, "Did you buy a horse because you're following your father's footsteps?" I said, "I bought a horse because the Hong Kong Jockey Club is the #1 charitable contributor to Hong Kong for decades and decades and decades, and that's my way of giving back to the club. Because everywhere I walk since I was a child, everywhere I drive since I was a child, you cannot go a block without seeing their logo on the horse." In between 2011 and 14, I owned 2 horses called Potential and Green Zone. Both were with Casper. Potential got me 1 winner and a spate of placings. Green Zone got me 4 winners and a spate of placings. Rian, would you get a Green Zone Cup for us, please? But I was so busy having these 3 tykes. I had 3 kids in 33 months, so I really was not involved because I had 3 babies at home. I had 1 baby, I had a pregnant wife, I had 1 baby and a pregnant wife, I had 2 babies and a pregnant wife, 3 babies and 3 babies. So once the kids were older, I was like, you know what, I want to get back into racing. Again, we come from a very traditional Indian family. I wouldn't go buy a horse without putting my father's name on it. Okay, my uncle is now a Jehovah's Witness, so he's completely removed from racing. His religion doesn't allow him to do that. So Karma's first win, like this was July 2023. So in January 2023, I tell my wife and kids, I was like, oh, by the way, I bought a horse, and they think I'm fibbing, right? So I take him to the races, right? And you know, we can only sit in a special box because we've got 3 little ones, and we really have a horse. And he runs and he comes nowhere. So then he gets injured and he's off for 6 months. And June 2023, I've taken him to the races on a Sunday, and he's come third. And January 2023 is when he turned 10 or 11, and I bought him an iPad, a little iPad mini. And because he suddenly owned a horse, he wanted to watch the race replay, even though Karma came last. And so he's on HKJC, and then he sees his father's name. So he clicks the hyperlink, and it goes Roshan Mawani. So he's reading, and there's nothing. Roshan Mawani, and then 1 horse that came last. He sees his grandfather's name, and whoa, beating my father. And then he just starts consuming. It's like a TV show. It's like, you know, one of those things where you've got like a montage for like a minute of a kid just like consuming stuff and, you know, becoming this horse master. And that's exactly what happened to him. And so come June, Karma runs third. Come July, Karma has his first win in Class 4. Very soon after that, Karma has his 2nd win in Class 4. We get upgraded to, we get moved up to Class 3. Very soon after that, Karma has a Class 3 win, another Class 3 win. This is actually Sha Tin on a very, very dark and stormy day, okay? Which was so this was an old cup that we sell. We have so many old cups.
It's not in this.
Is this what, Green Zone? This is Green Zone?
Yeah.
So this is one of our cups from 2013. I really can't tell you much about it because I had 3 babies in tow. Which was the FWD day?
This one.
Yeah, which of these races?
It was this
So very happy to win this FWD Cup, and this is what we talked about. You guys were over
in April.
in April. Frankie, were you here in April? Right.
Yeah.
So this was FWD day, and it was remarkable. It was lovely. It was lovely to get my hands on this and stuff. But this was the baby, the big one. The one and only Jockey Club 140th Anniversary Cup. Never won before, never won after. Come in, guys, please. Please come in. Never won before, never won after.
Yeah.
And here it is. It's as heavy as anything. I'm the only owner that can lift it. Okay? It weighs an absolute ton. Yeah, you want to grab a hold of this?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, it weighs an absolute ton. And I was so... Was I right?
Yeah, you can work out with that, can't you?
Yeah, it's nutty. Have a feel of this, Frankie.
Oh, it's heavy.
It's backwards. There you go. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe a hedge.
Well, it's just remarkable, right?
Yeah.
Frankie, feel this.
Proper.
This is a proper cup, right? Isn't it? Right? Isn't it brilliant? So I think I want to share one thing with you guys. When I was as my progression with Karma winning was going on, obviously we weren't winning every race. I always have a specific spot that I stand in at Sha Tin, and I felt Push it, come on. You got it, yeah.
The other way around.
Is it?
It's backwards, sir.
It's in safe hands.
I know, I trust you, bro. You're too handsome not to trust. Isn't it a brilliant cup, right? You know what I mean? And they'll never have another one. You know what I'm saying? This is it, the one and only. And so forth. So I have a specific place that I stand at and watch Karma run from. Don't worry. Anybody else want? Want to grab this?
I've already been to the gym today.
You okay? Yeah. Nice one, huh?
Hefty bit, get that.
It is, yeah.
Oliver's.
Oliver's on it.
Yeah, what does it say?
140th
Oh, I
anniversary.
see.
Cool.
Really cool, right? Really cool trophy. So I have a specific spot where I watch Karma run from at Sha Tin. And as the races have gone by, I felt like Rocky Balboa because I stand right here and I've got the owners, the members, but then I've got the public. And as every race has gone by, the public has just gone Karma crazy, and Karma is YLHE in Cantonese. So like in unison, they are shouting YLHE, YLHE, YLHE. And there's tens of thousands of them, okay? And as Karma won, obviously you guys have seen the celebrations that I do that made me go viral amongst the locals because they've never seen an owner do something like that. Most owners are quite placid. Most owners are quite sterile. Most Asians are quite placid. You know, that's sort of our demeanor, except for me. So I went nuts, and at first, it wasn't well received by the local public. Okay, and you'd see in the comment section of all these local publications, Facebook pages and Instagram pages, that this guy's a nutter, an absolute nutter. What's he doing? But then people started to fight back and said that, you know what? Why not? He's a horse owner. Most horse owners just stand there, like, you know, they're frozen and stuff. So why not? So the next crazy viral video would come out, and then you'd see some hate in the comment section, and then a massive fight back, and then the third win comes along, and there's a tiny bit of hate, but just mostly celebration. Yes, we want this guy to dance. Everyone's like, we want this guy to dance. So everywhere I walked in Hong Kong, every other Chinese person would say to me, YLHE, which, you know, I always do this. So they're like, YLHE. Everywhere, at 7-Eleven, anywhere. I'm standing on the street at a red light, truck driver will roll down his window, YLHE. And it just got crazier and crazier. It just got nutty. It was incredible. So I won the 140th anniversary cup. I go to the SAS, I go to a Group 3 race. Where in my wildest dreams would I ever imagine being in a Group 3 race, okay, out of nowhere with a PPG, you know what I mean, 1 year in. So I really felt, you asked me if I was nervous. One of you asked me if I ever get nervous. I never get nervous. I never got nervous in my life. But I felt really, I started to feel a bit disappointed, not for myself. I started to feel really gutted, not for myself, but for the crowd, because the whole city got behind me. The whole city really got behind me. And we got into a Group 3 race, Sasa Ladies Cup, we come 9th, okay? 2 weeks later, we get into the Chevalier Cup, we come 7th. And 2 weeks after the Sasa Cup, the crowd is going nuts. And then last night, another Class 2 race, I was so far away from the crowd. But, you know, those two races, the Sasa Ladies Cup and the Chevalier Cup, I felt so sad. I felt that I let down my entire public. The ironic thing, and it's, you know, it's wonderful when you have a witness, you know what I mean? Get into the Uber with my wife last night, okay, on Granville Road to get to go to the club. And we literally sit in the Uber, and the driver turns around and like, YLHE, come on, man. Okay, I was like, my goodness, I'm more famous for my horse now than anything else. Coming back from the club last night, we hop over a fence and we jump into a taxi. And I tell him my address, and he turns around and he says YLHE. You know what I mean? And everywhere I go, everyone is like, YLHE. So it's been it's just been such a lovely story. It's just been such a lovely story. I wouldn't say I've united the city, but I would definitely say a majority of the city has gotten behind. That's it, I'm done. I'll take any questions you guys want.
I don't know if we need to ask any questions after that. That's
Okay.
a great monologue.
Yeah, well, that's why I wanted you guys.
Ian wants to go.
My son is a future cricket star, hopefully. He plays cricket 6 days a
Batter or
week.
bowler or all-rounder? All-rounder.
So he trains for Hong Kong under 13s, Monday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
He trains for his club Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. He trains for his school Sunday, and then Friday, and then he plays matches Sunday.
Cool.
You can go. I love you. Enjoy yourself.
Will Karma go what's Casper said about his next run?
Casper's not a guy you talk to. You know what I mean? Casper is very old school.
Right,
You know what I mean?
okay.
If you want to talk to someone, talk to Mark Newnham.
Right,
Get him as
okay,
your trainer.
okay.
If you want to talk to someone, talk to David Eustace.
Right,
Okay?
yeah.
He'll talk to you all day long.
Yeah.
Casper is old,
Old
school.
school, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Casper gives you 5 winners in 1 year. He's earned the right not to talk to you.
Okay.
Okay. Casper is very, very old
Well,
school.
have you got a plan? Or is there a plan?
Honestly, I'll tell you something. Laurie Founds, his father, was the trainer of Happy Computer. 6 or 7 wins as a PPG. Okay. I mean, unheard of. Okay. Laurie Founds was trainer for all our syndicate horses, Mehboob 1, Mehboob 2, and Shan. Multiple winners for a PPG. Okay. Casper brought us a winner and on Potential. Casper brought us 4 wins on Greensill, 5 wins on Karma. We just don't talk to Casper. We just listen to what he says and does. And you know, considering how busy we are, it's probably a good thing. It's probably a good relationship to have. If I've got spare time, then I'd rather cut more video, try and push more product out there, or even maybe spend some time looking at my stock portfolio. But I think if you're an extremely busy owner and you're willing to give up trust to someone, Casper's your guy. And I'm able to do that because I want my clients to give up trust to me. I told Frankie when I met him yesterday, and Benedict knows because Benedict reached out to me for his first suit about a year ago, and I told him the same thing. My ethos is that I want my clients to trust me so much because I genuinely want my clients to look handsome or absolutely stunningly gorgeous if they're a woman, right? Like, I don't give a fuck if you're 21 years old and you're working for JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs and stuff. You want to be sterile, I still want your CEO to want to fucking spit on you because you look so good. You know what I mean? Every time I do a wedding, okay, for example, if I'm making a father of the groom's tux or a father of the bride's tux, I say, look, I'm Indian, so weddings are huge shows. So I'm girl side, okay? You're gonna look way better than anyone on the boy side, and vice versa. If I'm if I'm making the bride's father's tuxedo, I'm like, I'm gonna fuck your husband to be because I'm going to make your father look better than it. So that's what I want to do, right? I want my clients to look absolutely stunning. Otherwise, what's the point of coming to me, right? You can go anywhere else, right? Come to the guy who wants you to look good. Come to the guy who doesn't let you leave the shop unless you look so fucking good. Come to the guy who has his own version of Love Island, locked up behind doors and stuff. Yeah, so that's sort of me. And so I'm really, really focused on my work. It's great. We have an amazing relationship downstairs, me, my father, my uncle. Yes, we fight all the time, but my dad does his thing. They let me do my thing. It took me a long time to fight with them to allow them to do my thing. They all wanted me to shadow them. And my uncle does his thing. And I think it just works better because we all want to put back into the business and stuff. And that's why Casper plays a great part in our life.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
Great. Rosa, thank you so much.
No, my
Yes,
pleasure.
top man.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
And anytime you come to Hong Kong, please, you must come and visit me.
Yeah.
Okay, I am your friend, and I give great sound bites. Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Come, let me walk you guys down. Anyways, I'll be seeing all of you. All of you Saturday at 3 o'clock. And if you come up with any more questions, I'm there.
we'll do.
And that's pretty much it. I'm having a great time with you guys. I mean that. Come, let's go down. Thank you. Thank you, my love. Thank you.